Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is Arina Vivisharni binti Waidin Elias Amin, metric number 192-816. So today, I will be overviewing all the subject that has been taught by our lecturer, Dr. Izham, which is the course is FSA4001, Quality Management System in Science. So the first topic that has been introduced to us is the introduction of the quality management. So in here, we are being exposed on why management system is important and who are the customer that has to meet their needs, and we also know how to define terms like quality, what is management system, and then after that we also learn what is the quality importance and about the history of industrial revolution. So now is 4.0 industrial revolution, where we are using the software automation. Okay, and then after that we are learning about the differences between manufacturing and services, also Deming philosophy, but only a little bit, just the introduction. For example, the Deming chain reaction, where when we improve quality, the cost is decreased, productivity improve, market share increases with better quality and lower prices, stay in business, and when this all successful, can provide job and more jobs. Okay, and then we are exposed with the 14 Deming's point, which is the first one is create and publish a company mission statement and commit to it. Second, learn the new philosophy. The third one is understand the purpose of inspection and end of business practice driven by price alone. Constantly improve system of production and service. The sixth one is institute training. 7, teach and institute leadership. The 8th one is drive out fears and create trust. The 9th one is optimize team and individual efforts. 10th, eliminate exhaustion for workforce. The 11th one is eliminate numerical quotas and MBO focus on improvement. 12, remove barriers that rob people of pride of workmanship. 13, encourage education and self-important. And finally, take action and accomplish the transformation. We also been exposed to Juran philosophy and his quality trilogy, and also course B philosophy, where he stated that quality is free. And then after that, we are learning about the principle of total quality, the process orientation, the learning cycle, and then what is the difference between total quality and agency theory. After that, we have been exposed with what we are going to learn in this course, like QMS ISO 9000, ISO 14000, ISO 17025, ISO 27005. Okay, after that we are going to the next chapter, which is the further explanation on total quality. I will be mentioning the total quality again, which is firstly the customer focus, leadership, involvement of people, process approach, system approach to management, continual improvement, factual approach to decision making, and mutual beneficial supplier relationship. And then After that, we are exposed with another chapter. The first one, the first ISO, which is ISO 14001 2015 awareness. Okay, this ISO is about a how to it is an internationally agreed standard that set out the requirement for environmental management system. So this ISO is important because it can comply with the regulation, inspire trust in their business, in the one that doing business, reduce waste and defects, manage business risk, and increase the competitiveness. After that, in this chapter, we also learn about the PDCA cycle, where P is plan, D is do, C is checked, and A is act. Excuse me. So another thing that we have been exposed is the EMS stages. So the first EMS stage are assign responsibility and conduct environment status review. And EMS stage 2 is about establish environment policy and set environment objective and targets. And EMS stage 3 is about implementing the environment management program. And the final stage, EMS stage 4, is conducting the EMS audit and reporting on environment performance. We also have been exposed by ISO 14001 certification process, but it is known that it is not the most crucial part. We can skip this part, but if we do it, it shows our credibility. Okay, and what is the benefit of this new standard? Okay, and also what are we going to do when the audit session is being held? After that, after the 3 chapter has ended, we are dealing with EMS 14000, where we manage the waste management, which is we are exposing why waste management is important, what are the environmental impact, and how to manage the chemical waste. So the first thing about this chemical waste management is how we determine the waste, how we minimize the waste, how to manage and contain the waste, and there are pre-disposal procedure and disposal procedure. This because we are dealing with chemicals in our costs, therefore this type of ISO is very important to us. And then after that, we are learning about the quality management system, QMS, ISO 9001 2015. Okay, so this one is about what is exactly is quality management, and it is a set of policy, process, and procedure required for planning and execution in the core of business area of an organization. So the concept of quality management is like we must recognize the interested party, ensure all requirements have been met, confirm employee receive applicable training, determine the process inputs and output, and produce records or evidence, measure, monitor, report and performance of the QMS, plan the changes of QMS, and any risk and opportunity must be taken action, and perform internal audit and analyze the QMS and correct if there's any non-conformity, and of course continually improve the QMS. also quality management also focus on customer and efficiency imperative, and the top management is have to support and provide adequate resources to achieve their goals, and data collection must be accurate, and it is incorporated by the support of data-driven decision making. The documentation of QMS process must maintain and control. Okay, so that's it about the ISO 9001. Okay, the next lecture that we have been exposed is about the ISO/IEC 17025 2005. Okay, this is about the importance of quality management system in the lab. So in this lecture, we have been exposed by the 8 quality management principle: customer focus, leadership, involvement of people, process approach, system approach to management, continual improvement, factual approach to decision making, and lastly the mutual beneficial supplier relationship. Okay, so there are benefits of QMS standard that has been stated here, and what is the culture of the quality management. Okay, the next one is about the importance of accreditation. So accreditation is showing on the credibility of a company, and by using this accreditation, the lab also increases the confidence of decisions. It is safe and reliable, the cost is minimized, the compliance effect is minimized, and the trade and growth also being facilitated. So in this lecture note also have been stated about the objective of the laboratory accreditation system. There are 9 of them, and it is firstly to ensure validity, promote acceptance, facilitate the international trade, make more efficient use, add the credibility and give additional status to competent laboratory, promote good testing practices, improve the testing methods, provide the technical and other information accredited laboratories, and establishment is facilitated of mutual recognition agreement. So ISO/IEC 17025 must be accredited because it assures the customer that the procedure are technically valid, the technical competence of laboratory staff are recognized, the customer that result the technically valid endorses the quality management system. So the requirement of accreditation is firstly the standard MS ISO/IEC 17025 2005 and or MS ISO 15189-2007, SAM policies SP, specific technical requirement STR, specific criteria SC, and measurement uncertainty MU. And we have been exposed on type of assessment. Firstly, application of accreditation, scheduled assessment, variation accreditation, follow-up assessment, and extraordinary or unscheduled assessment. So how the accreditation process occur is firstly application by lab, appoint by lead assessor, adequacy audit, Pre-Assessment Compliance Laboratory Accreditation Evaluation Panel (LAEP), Director General Approval, Award Accreditation, Surveillance 1 and Surveillance 2, and lastly the reassessment and renewal of the accreditation process. So the accreditation has also stated about the types of laboratory: the first party, second party, and third party. First party is about testing product and its parent organization sells. Second party, testing product its parent organization buys. Third party is testing product for unrelated clients. So in this lecture note, clause for management requirement has been stated all here for the laboratory. And then the quality policy of the lab is firstly management commitment to good professional practice, management statement of standard of service, purpose of quality management system, requirement that staff are familiar with and the work to the quality management system, and finally the management commitment to ISO or IEC 17025 and to continually improve the effectiveness of the management system. There also been stated about the quality manager, and the role is to organize the audits, issues the documents, approve document change, ensure that the document control is working properly, coordinate proficiency tests or inter-laboratory tests, and plan the calibration schedule. In this lecture note also stated about the control records, internal audits, management reviews, and there's a CRM training important where a typical period of conducting MR is once every 12 months. Result should feed the laboratory planning system and should include the goals, objective, and action plans for the upcoming years. And a management reviews includes consideration of related subject at regular meetings. That's all for ISO 17025. So we move on to the next chapter. The next chapter, which is we are also studying about how to estimate the measurement of uncertainty in routine analysis. So here we are learning about how to solve uncertainty in quality management. Okay, the next one is about the overview of the OSH management, OSAS 18001. So OSAS is, so what are the hazards in occupational health? It may be physical, chemical, biological. Ergonomic is like poor body posture, and psychosocial, which is mental health. So in this lecture note, we are dealing with risk assessment of hazard by using hierarchy. Hierarchy is hazard identification, risk assessment, and risk control. So the risk control of hierarchy is elimination, substitution, isolation, engineering control, admin control, and PPE. So what is OSAS actually? It is a standard that is developed by OSAS team, British standard, but this is not an ISO standard. Government agencies, certification bodies, national standards, industry associations and consultants have related to this OSAS. OSAS are function to assist the organization to manage control, health, and safety risk, and improving the OH&S performance. In OSAS also have the PDCA cycle, which is plan, policy, resources, objective, do, process and training, C, edit, audits and inspection, and act, continual improvement, preventive action and corrective action. So in OSAS, EDIMC is used as a guide. So E is establish, D is document, I is implement, and M is maintain, and C is continually improve. So why do we need to manage OSH? Actually is because the moral reason, it is the right thing to do, and second one is the legal reason to meet the compliance. Economic, when economic is managed, it will improve the productivity, and when the workers are in good health, business is in good condition. So the last reason is image, to look good in the eyes of the stakeholders. So the benefits of organization when OSHMS is implemented, the first one is to prevent the industrial incident through elimination of potential hazard. The second one is to elevate the level of health and safety awareness with continual improvement of OSHMS. And third one is effective management of health and safety. The fourth one is to create a workplace where employees can work without anxieties. The fifth is to recognize by society as a company that is free of industrial incidents. The sixth one is to reduce the unnecessary losses through reduction of industrial incident. Okay, so what is OHSMS? So OHSMS is about the occupational health and safety management system. It aims to continuously improve OHS performance through effective management of OHS risk and activity in the workplace. Okay, and it is to ensure the continual improvement of safety and health performance. For example, occupational safety and health, hazard identification and risk control, operation control, emergency preparedness and response, employee training, management reviews, and continuous system evaluation. Four main components of SHMS: management of leadership, worksite analysis, hazard prevention and control, safety and health training. So OSHA is Occupational Safety and Health Administration. It is a regulation to provide an organized approach and help to ensure the company's compliance with OSHA regulations. So OSAS 18001 or 18002, it is for OSAS 18001 is a specification give requirement for an OHSMS. OSAS 18002 explain the requirement of the specification and shows how to work towards the implementation and registration. But as I said, it is not an ISO standard. So the key of OH&S definition is hazard, risk assessment, and risk control. So the overview of the requirement is to identify the hazard, assess and determine the risk, control the hazard, and regularly review control. The key requirement for the OSAS 18001 is OH&S policy statement, planning, document, implement and maintain the system, check and correct the action, manage the review, continual improvement, and we must know that OSAS 18001 parallels to ISO 14000 very closely. And in this OSAS, there are follow a plan, do, check, act approach. Also include hierarchy, which is the hazard identification, risk assessment, and risk control. So for example of hazard in this is like human being with dangerous act, machine, appliances, process flow, plant design, materials, process, and the surrounding. So the implementation of OSAS 18001 is we needed to develop an implementation plan that covers OSAS 18001 standard, its hazard and risk review gap analysis, its project timetable, organization is trained, OHSMS is documented according to 18001. The OHSMS is also implemented and conducted in a business. OHSMS is audited and the audit is registered. So that's all the review of for FSA 4001. Thank you. That's all from me. Thank you.